Hello and welcome to Pushing Cardboard. I'm Grant Lindenberg, and today we're doing an unboxing of Tank Duel Expansion 1 North Africa from GMT Games. This is an expansion for the game by Mike Berticelli. This comes in your standard GMT 3-inch box, big sturdy box, and as you might expect with if you've played the original version of this game, the core box, there's these display for each AFV comes on a cardboard display piece. So I'm sure that's why it's so heavy. Let's have a look inside the box and see what we find here. All right, here we go. So first up, there is something called the Combined Rules and Playbook, which I imagine is just adds new rules for the desert and whatnot. It's a matte rule book, which is nice, and it's 24 pages long. Has some Robata rules, which is, if you remember from the core game, that's their bot for if you want to play solo. Looks like we have 6 scenarios in here, and I imagine there's some matchups of different tanks as well for if you just want to pick tanks and go at each other. Very nice. Big pre-rounded dust counters and whatnot. Those all look good. These are not pre-rounded, but big 5/8" counters, and looks like we have some Italians and maybe those are Germans. I don't know. I'm not sure who those guys are. No, they must be Italians and maybe British units for the counters there. Here's, as I mentioned earlier, these would be the unit displays for each tank you have in the game. You have one of these displays. So we got some Panzer IV Es, H, 4F2, and the great thing about these things is they're all double-sided. So over here we got some Martyrs, Semivantes, and M1340s for the Italian. So all that looks pretty familiar to anybody who's played the original game. And then over here, this looks like the Allied version of the same. We've got some Shermans, some Grants. That's definitely a tank you'll remember from the desert if you played other tactical desert games. With it's got a 75mm and a 37mm gun. That's always an interesting tank. Crusaders, and what do we got on the backside here? Valentines. You'd think there'd be a Matilda. There we go. There's a couple of Matildas, the old Queen of the Desert there. And Valentines and some cruisers. So there we go. Those are the updated tanks. Now this is interesting. I'm surprised to see more decks of cards in this game. I haven't played the game a lot, so maybe the desert does need its own cards. Those are all anti-tank guns. But here's more cards. Oh, I see. There's some cards that are based specifically for the desert, like a sandstorm card. But like these move cards, you'd think they'd be no different than the previous version, but they say desert on the bottom, and maybe they replace certain cards in the deck. We've definitely got some different terrains here, like hillock and wadi, depressions. So yeah, makes sense that there's definitely some new terrain types in there. And we'll see if this is just more of the same or a different series, a different set of cards. Could just be a whole new deck. Fire cards, that's the same, but then dunes and hillocks, very different. Scrubs, very different. And then these have to do. This is inventory for the new unit types and whatnot. So there we go. That's everything that's in the box. I'm not sure they needed a 3-inch box, but they know what they're doing. There we have it. Tank Duel, expansion number 1, North Africa from GMT Games. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the website at www.pushingcardboard.com. Thanks for listening.